Guys, deluded. Now, I've said this before, but I feel with the season coming up again in relation to Arsenal, I feel I need to say it again. Now, we know whether it's for Wenger leaving or just because the club's actually, where it looks like fulfilling their promise of catalyst for change, ultimately going out there and whether it's breed success in the following months, but on the basis that we everybody and their dog could name the areas Arsenal need to improve, and it looks like we're going out there and doing it. You're seeing Torreira looks to be coming into the club, Socrates coming in, and then and so on and so forth. Whether we Leno in goal, whether we think these players are good, whether they're going to be successes or not, historically Arsenal have not addressed areas quickly, as rapidly, and as wholesale quickly as possible. And they've done it this year. On top of the additional signings in the back, particularly the backroom areas, and bringing in man of whether it's their profession is legal, goalkeeping, we're seeing changes in it. So it's nice to see the catalyst for change. New manager, we don't know what we're going to get, for better, for worse. It's added a degree of optimism. So with all of that being said, and we don't know how it's going to pan out, I have to say what I want to see from Arsenal in the season. Firstly, for me, the biggest thing has to be intent, passion and heart. Whether we're winning, losing or drawing, I need to see players committed, going down fighting. Players not divided. How many times have we looked divided? Players are moaning at each other. Some players got their hands in their head. Some players are trying in vain. I'm tired of seeing that. Immediately, you want to see us improve away from home. So that adds on to the point I've just said. Away from home, our players did look nervous, did look scared. Let the fans get on top of them. How many times last season did Arsenal get shell shocked? Historically, how many times have Arsenal conceded quick fire goals back, both at home and particularly away from home? Our season, if it was just based on our home period last year, would be amazing. But we know we finished sixth, and a big part of that was away from home. Away form determines how you're going to do for the season, because the fans are going to get on your back. The opposition players are going to feed on their fans' energy and all of these things. So whether it's scoring goals away from home, keeping clean sheets away from home, winning games we're supposed to win away from home, drawing games we should be drawing, and not losing away from home. Whether that's games we were expected to lose, games we performed where we should have lost and we cured it back, whatever, because these are the sort of things that make the difference in regards to winning a league title, and specifically in regards to getting to the top four. The league title, I've said it before, I believe everybody like the top four, everybody in that top six can win the league title. It's just about putting a sequence of runs together, like you've seen with Leicester and Manchester City. When was the last, and Chelsea, when was the last title race of sorts that you saw in the Premier League? If you force it, you can say Spurs when they came third in a two-horse race with Leicester. That's really forced. If my one would probably be City and United. You're probably looking at 012. So how many years ago was that? About 6. So yeah, it's about belief more than anything. It's about intent, because the gaps. Obviously, people can mock Arsenal and things, but I do, and Liverpool and them sides are clear of us clearly. But it is very close. Like, it's about, for me, if you're anyone in that top 6, you should believe you should win that league title or get top 4. And if you don't, it's failure. If I'm Spurs, happy times, Pochettino, Harry Kane, blah, 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 should believe. Klopp, the same sort of logic. Chelsea have fallen off, but they have more than enough. There's man like Hazard and Sessa and all these guys in the side. If they start playing like champions again, United, big club, Alexis, Lukaku, all of these guys. City, I don't need to get into their one. Arsenal, fair enough. The last 2 years we haven't got top 4, but some of these members in that side have, even though it's declining and we've got rid of so many. And it's only, 2 years in my lifetime we haven't got top 4. So you should believe you can do it. You should believe you can beat anyone. Intent and passion and heart does way more for you in the Premier League than technical ability, to be fair. I'm not knocking technical ability. Clearly you need defenders and competency. You need defenders who can defend, strikers that can score, etc. But you get the point. I just want us to concede less silly goals as a result of miscommunication, like the Monreal / check at Everton, Brighton goals, just these numerous goals where it's miscommunication and it's just cheap goals, like particularly away from home. I want to see us put as much pride in clean sheets and defending, as which no doubt under Unai we will, as much in that as we do with certain other things like the pretty little Wenger balls, Rondo bits of play and combination plays. Until we do that, can't win anything. Top 4 is the minimum for me, the minimum aim. If he hasn't done that, he's failed. But if we were to get closer, if we were to get 5th now, and our points tally is closer, it would be of little consolation to me. But if I was to look at it, yeah, you could say Unai Emery's improved us then by that logic. So yeah, man, for me, I'm gonna need to see 5 to 10 games to see our level. Obviously, I'm gonna see it before that, but that's typically as long as it takes to really be match fit for a lot of these players and things like that. What else have I got that I'd like to see? playing to Aubameyang and Lacazette's strengths, no matter who's on the pitch, they've both struggled in that regard. Not even struggled because they've done their thing and been successes. It's more a critique on the other 11 players when on the field. So there are just several things that I want to see. More importantly, passion. Like, Arsenal has been more optimistic in this period as it has been for the last 18 months. It's been a very toxic 18 months. So it's about just pride and passion and optimism. I do believe this optimism is going to get shot out of us Arsenal fans incredibly quickly. But it is what it is. And these are the sort of things I want to see next season. Like, come on. Like, a lot of these players are playing for their futures. Even the ones that have been told they're having a future. Even Unai Emery could get clipped. He's got a 2-3 year contract, but there's bound to be a breakaway clause. And if certain things aren't matching up, then the club might deem, boom, it's time to go. So a lot of them players are starting again from zero. So I want to see passion, commitment, pride, proving your worth collectively for everyone, fighting every game. Nobody should be assured of chances. And I believe with Wenger going now, a lot of the complacency that certain players had is going to creep out. Obviously, Unai Emery will get his favourites and it will creep in again to a degree. There's only so much you can do to prevent that. But yeah, guys, deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe and do the rest. I'm out.